What's your shirt say?
The doctor.
Is that like a Rossi thing?
Yeah, Rossi.
Oh, cool. But I
Yeah.
know that now. I know that.
I'm proud of you, bud.
Yeah. All it took was for Pecco to post about him.
Yeah, but you'd think you would learn it a little sooner since, I don't, the doctor trained Pecco
Yeah, but like, I mean,
pretty much from birth. From
Pecco's
birth.
pretty much the doctor now. Like, the doctor's really just resigned to like a
Bro,
resident, you know?
Pecco doesn't even have a cool nickname like the doctor. It's just
Bro, his
go
nickname's
free.
Pecco.
It go free.
Well, his nickname is Pecco, bro. What do you mean?
That's just his name.
His name's Francesco.
Yeah, and that's too hard to say because it's a dumb name.
It's beautiful.
Anyways, welcome to the MotoGrandPodcast. I'm your host, Patrick Bailey. Joined with me, as always, is.
Caleb baby.
And as you can see me, but not Caleb. Because
Nope, I don't have a fucking camera.
he doesn't have a camera yet. And it probably sounds awful because I'm using this $10 headset from Walmart. And we're not in the studio. The studio we were using was back at college. I'm moving out, so we're trying out the new
He's
setup.
fucking leaving me, man. He's leaving me.
We're trying out the new setup now. Just kind of getting used to everything, figuring out the kinks now. Now that we're have some downtime, I guess, before finals or whatever. But regardless, this is kind of how the whole thing is going to play out, or at least look until Caleb can get a mic.
I'll hopefully have a camera by next time.
You should get a camera. They're pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
I probably
Because
should. They need to see my beautiful
because
face,
right now all you can see is just a tiny little like circle of Pecco sticking his finger in his ear.
Oh,
But
yeah, he's fingering that thing, dude. He's fingering that thing.
I mean, I guess he can do whatever he wants now that he's won the fucking
I mean,
2023 World Championship.
he is the fastest man in the world, so
Right now, yeah, he is. I will say, right
yeah.
now, he is for sure the fastest man alive on a motorcycle in MotoGP, and his only competition is Anea Bastianini, who
Isn't even racing.
I don't think I look. You don't think he's gonna be back until like after the summer break.
I don't know. That man was not looking too hot out there when he was just like
I mean,
practicing.
he got out on the bike. He was on the bike, but he was way off the pace, and he had to stop because it was hurting him. He was in too much pain. That
That's
sucks.
okay that's okay with me, bro. Less competition, the better. I mean, poor guy, but poor guy. Man.
I mean, yeah. Once Anea gets back, by that time, Pecco will probably have a 200-point lead on whoever's second, whether it's Brad Binder or Marco Benzecchi or uh, who who is second place. That's who we got to think about at this point.
Fucking who cares, bro? They're irrelevant. Second place is irrelevant at this point. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
um,
Straight,
so
it doesn't matter. I could be in second place if I was racing dogs. All right, that's yeah. It's just don't look at me like that.
I can't look at you. I'm
I
looking
can
at
look at
myself.
you. All
I'm
right,
looking at myself. I'm looking at
the doctor, bro. At first, I thought that was like a Mario shirt or some shit because the colors.
Mario. I
I
need to
was
see
like,
that movie.
oh
But
yeah, I heard that was. I don't know actually. I've heard nothing about them.
I saw that there was the Mario Kart kind of sequence in it, and I was like, I wonder what track it's like.
Oh, they should have done Rainbow
Connections,
Road.
connections. If it's Rainbow Road, what would Rainbow? What track would Rainbow Road be? Uh, well, apparently, according to this season, every track since I don't know, everyone's dying.
Yeah,
God,
man, everybody just fucking wanted to hit each other. It's been a great
lap
season.
one, turn two. What was it? Fabio, poor Miguel again. Uh,
Bro, can't catch a break, man.
I feel like Miguel like could be Pecco's like biggest competition if he had some luck and didn't have he wasn't just like the the crash dummy.
Bro, he's like a fucking magnet to the other bike. It's attract to him.
He's just a magnet for ex world champs, their downfalls.
Yeah, they're in a
Also,
slump. And they're like, fuck it, let's take him out.
Marquez still has yet to take his penalty. So and um he was talking in an interview. He might miss 3 months. He might not be
Bro,
back.
what the fuck?
He might not be.
What?
So Enea, Paul Espargaro, and Mark Marquez all might be out until until post summer, which I believe. Oh, what track is that? Because I know it's not France. France is next. Let me look at the calendar. It's oh, my dad's calling. Interesting.
Decline.
I'll call him in a bit. So after the summer break in oh, okay. So the summer break is actually after France.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah. So yeah, May to June.
Oh yeah, well
That's that month
they get
gap.
that month off, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So that's actually pretty good that it's this early. Um, so after France, they'll get a month rest. Ooh, I hit my desk. They'll get a month rest and go into Mugello in Italy. My personal favorite
Ooh,
track. I
ooh.
I played the video games and it's my favorite track.
Bro, fuck those video games, bro. Fuck those video
They're
games.
so much fun.
Bro, you threw me on one of them bitches, bro. I did not know what I was doing. I tried to turn right, bro, and I did like a front flip. I did not understand.
I
It
my
was not fun.
my favorite pastime is to go on Mugello with a rider, like one of my favorite riders at the time. Put it put it all the way down as easy as humanly possible, and then just start lapping people, just so that I can feel like some sense of satisfaction that they did good. you know.
Wow.
So I might get the next MotoGP game on my good old PlayStation, and do a
Man.
championship with Fabio, or
Oh yeah, that's the only
do a
way he's gonna
my
get another one.
career and be myself so that I can go into Jerez and win on a Yamaha, unlike what Fabio and Franco are doing right now.
Yeah, no. Play as Fabio so he can finally win another championship. You know, like, he's going, bro.
Another one? I could win him another one, but
Only way he's going to on easy mode.
no, but so yes, congratulations, Pecco. He got his.
Becco!
That hurt.
Sorry, it was. I had to. I had to fucking do it.
No.
Goddamn second in the sprint race, first in the real race. We didn't fucking wreck. Oh my god, no wrecks for us.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
there's wrecks for other people, that whatever. But not us. We're here. We stayed in the bike.
that kind of brings the question of has he figured if he's figured out the front, or did he just get lucky for long enough?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, he's just like Ricky Bobby. He either wins or he wrecks.
Well,
It's how he rock.
you just said he got second.
In sprint race, bitch. Shut up. I don't care about that. I don't
Actually,
care
no.
about
That
that.
is. I'm pretty sure those are his stats. Like this season, he's got what 3 wins, 2 wrecks.
Has there been 5 races already?
Yeah. No,
The
four.
fuck? No,
Four.
I thought it was only 4. I thought he won
Right.
2 and wrecked 2. Bro, we don't even know. We don't even know. I'm like 95% sure that there's been 4. I'm pretty sure Pecco won the first one, crashed out the next 2, and then
Yeah.
won the last one, right?
Yeah. No, I'm tripping myself up because when we first started this podcast, it was for my class, and that first episode wasn't an actual race or anything.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. You were just thinking about the episodes.
Yeah, because this is episode 5, but No.
Yeah, we had Portugal, Argentina, America, and then
It was
the last one.
Portimao, Argentina, America, Jerez, and then next is France. And France is fifth, and we were talking about France,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
Italy,
yeah.
and
See,
whatever.
man, you making me think I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what my
This
man
is
Rexon doesn't.
this is my goal. I'm getting you to learn every little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a trick.
All I know,
It's my
Pecco
strategy. It's
wins.
my strategy to get you to learn so that you know better, so that you can quit being just such an idiot. Oh,
Bro, I'm not an idiot. I just like to ride Pecco's dick. All right, fuck you.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
very
fuck you.
accurate. You
I'm
know.
sorry that your favorite rider fucking sucks this year. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Fabio's kind of
I
trash.
don't have favorites. My favorite is retired.
Your favorite is
I
Fabio,
have
and he
a
sucks.
I have a favorite manufacturer, which is Yamaha,
I'm
because
so sorry.
I
I'm so
grew
sorry,
up,
dude.
you know, watching Rossi on the Yamaha, and I rode Yamaha dirt bikes along with Hondas and Suzuki's. But there's no more Suzuki. I've been saying
That's
this,
okay.
and I will say this again, and I will keep saying it until someone else hears me other than my family watching this right now. We need another manufacturer in MotoGP and another Yamaha satellite team. We need three more. We need three more teams. That's six more
That's,
riders, which there's plenty of talent in Moto 2 just ready to bring in the new blood. You know,
bro, but hear me out. Instead of that, you just cut Yamaha out because they suck.
okay,
Right?
MotoGP didn't cut out
Right?
Ducati when they sucked from the time Casey Stoner won until the last 2 years. So
Okay.
when the
Joke's on you. I don't know when he last won, bitch. Fuck you.
Casey Stoner won in 2012. Casey
Damn, that's
Stoner
kind of a long time. Like 8 years.
MotoGP Championship. I couldn't think of that for the life of me. Uh, okay, this is wrong. Google has this completely wrong. Active years 2002 and 2005 with Aprilia. Okay, what? Who is
Bro,
Google? Come
do you
on.
even do you even know how to Google, bro?
No. Okay. 2011.
Oh, okay.
2011 was the last time before Pecco that Ducati. No, he did it on a Repsol Honda in 2011, didn't he?
When
Or
the fuck did Ducati last win before Pecco?
Ducati Moto GP Championships. 2007.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh no!
Right, I mean that
Wait, no. Those are teams championships.
got Pat, you gotta stop throwing me out these fucking fake facts, man. Okay? You hit me with a crisscross. I don't
Oh no
appreciate it.
Oh no. 2007 and 2022 are the 2 years when Casey Stoner won Ducati a championship in 2007, and they won the constructors championship that same year. And that's normally how it goes. And then Pecco won it last year, so that Ducati also won the constructors championship. But Ducati also won the constructors championship in 2021 and 2020, which is exactly why I like Fabio so much, is because Ducati had the better team, and they won the constructors championship, but they didn't have a rider win the uh, the riders championship, which they normally coincide and go hand in hand. But
All I'm hearing is ever since I started watching, Ducati's been on top. That's all I need to know.
what you
Think about it.
should
Ever since I've
know
been watching.
is that from 2007 to 2020, they wasn't doing jack.
Yeah, I wasn't there, bro. I wasn't there for the emotional support. All right, I wasn't there to be Pecco's number one fan. All right.
Okay, number one fan, tell me how he passed Brad Binder.
I don't know. He just passed him. Brad Bitter sucks. He's trash. All right.
No,
Don't ask me questions about the race. You know I didn't watch that shit,
you need to watch it. I gave you
bro.
the subscription.
Bro, I was at work, right, bitch?
Bro, we both know you can watch it at work. What's more important, money and a job or MotoGP? Come on, you got to prioritize here, especially when it's a ref.
All right. I don't need to hear this twin. All I know is Pecco won. I'm happy. All right.
Okay, I want to highlight Danny Pedrosa. You don't know who that is. I do.
No idea.
He's in this race. Actually, that's him right. No, that's Nicky Hayden. Hang on. It will show him in this race. This is from 2006. I think. Wait, no. Am I completely lying? Right?
Well, the
Yeah.
glory
No, no,
days,
no,
man.
no, no, no. Danny is in. I think this was Danny's rookie season, or his like second season, something like that. But this was like early on in Danny's career. But this is when Nicky Hayden won the world championship. But
Oh, dude, wow.
yeah, so Danny Pedrosa, obviously, this was his heyday back when you couldn't tell what was happening on the screen. And the TVs were boxes and everything. Oh, this is what I grew up on. But so he came in this weekend as a wild card. I think he has 3 rounds. So he had Jerez, he'll have France, and then I think he'll come in for Mugello. And as the wild card, and he's the test rider for KTM, factory KTM. So he's basically just kind of figuring out the bike and seeing where it can improve, and you know basically making it so Brad Binder and Jack Miller can do even better, and they're already you know second and third on the podium. Wow. um, but Danny came in and topped the timesheets in on Friday, and then Saturday for qualifying he was top 5, I want to say, for qualifying. But still, he came into Jerez, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a wild card rider. He's just here to like study and learn everything." Like, I was all like uh, replacement and wild card riders. They're normally 20th. Whatever. Man was top of the timesheets,
I mean,
getting his bag, showing these young bucks that he's still got it.
good for him. You know,
Yeah, I would.
good for him. I mean, he doesn't really have much competition. Most of these new guys kind of suck, but good for him.
That's kind of why I have this on, is because I've been I like to go back and like watch like the old stuff, which like what got me into it when I was young and idiotic, kind of like Caleb here, and I didn't really know anything what was going. I was rooting based off of colors and the fact that one guy had the doctor on his butt, and everyone was like,
He got a doctor butt.
he's got a doctor's ass. No, but I did basically what I told you to do and just pick a favorite rider
F
MotoGP
bag.
from
F
MotoGP
bag.
and go from there. And obviously in 2006, I was Nicky Hayden, you know, the American the Kentucky kid. R.I.P. Man. Ah,
Kentucky kid. Oh, he died.
yeah. When he was racing in World Superbike, he was
Oh, he
training.
died racing.
No, 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 no. He was
Oh
training on
shit.
he was training on his bicycle and got hit by a bus, I believe, which
Oh goddamn.
sucks, dude. But
Bro got taken out by a bus.
yeah, but his career was ruined because of Ducati. But
Hey man, don't be pointing fingers over here, though.
no, that I there was a there's a big argument that he was kind of on the
Hey man, we
backside. He
we
he
we
got his
didn't we didn't hire the bus driver. All right, it's not us. We did not hire the bus
he,
driver.
he he got his championship, and I mean that happens a lot. That happens with a lot of riders. The thing about MotoGP is because of what Rossi did and how long he was dominant, everyone is now kind of seeing MotoGP careers as like 20-year stints. 20, from 16 to 40 is now like where everyone's like, oh, this is how long it should be. But I mean, back in like 2006, you know, Troy Bayliss was ancient racing in here, or John Hopkins. No, not John Hopkins. I really could just look this up instead of just trying to look
No,
and
I like I
remember.
like watching you struggle. It makes me feel better.
um, no, but like guys would like be considered ancient and like ready to retire at like 35. You know,
Bro, that's what it should be.
yeah, like I
That's
mean,
what it should be.
you think about every professional sport, most people by the time they're like 32, 33, they're on that back nine and they're just kind of there finishing out their contracts and just keeping their name up and being remembered for what they used to be and still just kind of being like, "Hey, I'm on my goodbye tour. Yay." But now that Rossi, was able to have that, you know, goodbye, but not really for like 10 extra years in MotoGP and was getting faster and faster and faster and faster even still. That's why he's the GOAT. Um, you know, the whole mindset of when to retire and when to, collect your chips and head out is completely changed. And I mean, Casey Stoner won his championships and at the age of 27 was like, "Yep, I'm good. I'm done. I'm out." And everyone's like, "Dude, you still got like 5 more years in you." He's like, "I'm out before I like really hurt myself into my old age." At 27, he was like, "Yeah, I'm getting a little old and I'm ready to be done." You know? And
I mean, yeah, it's like a
that's a two
fucking kid sport, you know.
that's a
It's just
two
like more
times
of a
world that's
kid.
a two-time world champion. It's not a kid sport.
Well, you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
younger people sport.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't
I
for
mean,
like fucking people that are like in their late 30s,
Yeah, I mean,
early 40s.
Moto 3 guys start in at 16 years old. I mean, you think about it, 16 to 32. It's half your life. You're racing at the highest uh, competitive level. That's a long career. That's
Bro,
really
how
long.
how do these motherfuckers get into this shit? Like, do their parents just put them on a bike when they're 5?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that just how this happens? They start racing when they're 5 years old?
So there's kind of it's a lot of people kind of like discuss it as like an assembly line, and it's in Italy and Spain specifically because that's where most riders come from. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read off just. I'm gonna actually. I'm not gonna go to Moto. I'm gonna go to the Moto 2, and I'm gonna just. Do I want to go to? No, I'm gonna go to Moto 3. I'm gonna go to Moto 3 actually, and just read off all the nationalities because, uh, you know,
You
because
know.
this is where like the proving grounds are. This is where most of the new talent comes from. Spain, Colombia, Spain, Japan, Spain, 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 Japan, Turkey, Brazil, Italy, uh, Great Britain, Italy, 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 Japan, Italy, Australia, Indonesia, Spain, Malaysia, Spain, Netherlands, Great Britain, Japan, Japan, Italy, Spain.
So pretty much just Japan, Italy, Spain,
Japan,
and then
Italy,
like a
Spain.
few
Yeah,
random ones.
yeah, like a few like great. There's a few Great Britons. You know, a few one-offs, but that's the assembly line coming in, moving up, and I mean Moto 2, it's the same thing. Spain, Spain, Japan, Spain, Spain, Italy, Spain, Japan, Great Britain, Thailand, Belgium. There's a few United States guys. It starts to get a little more diverse the further up, or especially in Moto 2, because a lot of those Moto 3 guys come from those junior championships, which are all hosted. There's the Spanish Junior Championship, the Italian Junior Championship, the Red Bull Rookie Cup, which is I'm pretty sure all all Spanish and Italian, and like a dash of like uh, anything else. But it's all these young kids who are getting recognized. Getting on a bike at like 10 years old, or like you remember those little pocket, like little, like the tiny little pocket rockets,
Mm-hmm.
that you had as like a 10-year-old that you would just
You
barrel
know,
around in the driveway, and you're just like, "Nee." Or they
yeah,
you see the jokes where like grown men are on it and they're like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean these guys, they start on those bikes and they like start competing like really early on. I mean, it's the same thing with every sport. I mean, if you go into like a hockey ring, on a random fucking Tuesday or Wednesday, you'll see 5-year-old kids out there skating, headbutting each other, trying to score some goals. But I mean, then again, hockey's a bit of a different sport.
Bro, speaking of hockey, I was watching clips from the fucking New York Police Department versus New York Fire Department hockey game.
Oh, that game is
Bro,
nuts.
they were going ape shit. The fire department was beating the shit out of cops.
Really?
Like, literally with their hands. Like, beating the fuck out of them.
Hmm. Oops.
There's so many clips of them getting in fights, and it was the fire, dude, the fire department beat the shit out of them every time.
Damn.
Them motherfuckers were ready, bro. They were like, we fight fire, bitch. You ain't shit.
All right. Well, before we start talking too much about fires and cops, let's get. Oh,
Hey, man.
actually, we can talk about the medical units and the firefighters and the cops that are always at every venue at during track days to keep everything in
Oh, yeah.
line, especially when people crash. That's yes, yes. Keeping it tied
Bro,
up.
you're
Going
you're
back to
so good.
ref because we we
So,
actually
so
did
proud of
get
you.
to talk about this. Um,
I have nothing to talk about. Pecco won. Everybody else sucks. I don't know. Aaron Canet, what the fuck, dude?
okay,
My
all
man,
right,
he's been making me sad all season.
all right, we moving over to Moto 2 now? Is that what you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
I guess. I mean, there's nothing to talk about in GP, bro. Pecco dominated,
I mean,
couple
yeah, I
wrecks.
mean,
Fabio sucks. I don't know what else to talk about.
all we really can talk about in MotoGP is that unless if Pecco crashes and is out, God willing that doesn't happen. I hate seeing that happen. I mean, especially again to Miguel Oliveira getting racked out. I feel so bad for him, dude. I mean, that's just twice in what the first 4 races of the season. I mean,
Yeah, not even getting a
you
chance
you,
to race.
you never want to see these guys who are like trying to just compete in the sport that they love most. You know, do what they want to do, go out in there and compete, and then get taken out on by someone else and just be done for. But I want to talk about the crash that happened. So what happened was Miguel was coming up on the outside, Bez was on the inside, and they were getting ready to turn into the corner this way, and Fabio was kind of like stuck in the middle here and didn't really have anywhere to go because if he tried to go out, he'd hit Miguel. If he tried to go in, he'd hit Bez. So he tried to like stop, but of course the corner's coming, so they're all braking, and he just kind of got sandwiched in. I don't have a third thing, my phone. So so they all just kind of like like Bez and Miguel just kind of sandwiched him in, and he, you know, talking about it, he was obviously like, I tried everything, and like when you look at it, there's really absolutely nothing he can do in that situation, and his front brake and like right handlebar got clipped up into Bez, and it just shot him down, and of course Miguel's on the outside of him, and he's going this way, and he just took out Miguel, and poor guy, it's a simple little just front end loss, 9 times out of 10, when you lose your front end, you're just sliding, and then you might roll a little bit, and then you'll run off and be all right. I mean, Fabio limped off, but he ended up being okay and able to race. But poor Miguel, hit some kind of clip, got flipped and slammed on his shoulder and arm, and they showed him like getting stretchered off at one point, and he's sitting there with his like arm in the air, and he's like talking, like directing people. So like he was obviously conscious and like okay, because like I'm sure he's used to getting his arm broken at this point. But
Happens every other week, man.
oh, dude, because I feel like he has the speed and the pace to keep up and like give Pecco actual competition other than Enea, who's been out. Like I think if Aleix doesn't retire this year, he will next year. And as soon as that factory Aprilia spot opens up, you slap Miguel in there right away, and I think you fire Maverick Vinales because he hasn't done shit, and he won't.
I don't even know who that is, bro.
Maverick's the guy that had had I want to say all the potential in the world and has been given plenty of opportunities to show that potential and just you know, hasn't really fulfilled it. And I think it's time to hit him with the boot scoot
The boot
and
scoop.
slap in Pedro Acosta. I want Acosta on the Aprilia because Tony Arbolino's already getting a Ducati ride. That's already pretty much set in stone. He's probably going to replace Fabio Di Gianantonio or Zarco if Zarco retires, which I could also see that. Um, but I think Raul Fernandez, like, I'm thinking of next season. It could be Raul Fernandez and Acosta on the RNF Aprilia, the satellite Aprilia, and then factory Aprilia would be Miguel Oliveira and Alex Rins, perhaps, if Aleix
Well,
obviously
aliens, dude.
obviously if Aleix isn't there and they boot Maverick Vinales, but if both of them don't leave, then they'll be the teammate for Miguel Oliveira. And then Ducati, if Zarco retires, I mean he was getting ready to lose his ride a few years ago, anyways. So I think it's. I mean, I like Zarco. He's a dog. He's got that dog in him, but he's a little old and he's about at his expiration date. Slap Tony Arbolino in that ride. If not, maybe boot Fabio Di Gianantonio out in the Grassini. There's Tony Arbolino in there. And then I think you get rid of Taka Nakagami and put Ayagura in there instead. And that's three rookies who I think could bring a lot to the table of MotoGP coming up from Moto2. It would get some new blood in. And obviously, if other guys retire or potentially get booted out, like Mark Marquez, for instance, who's already talking about.
Mark Marquez, bro.
The problem is when he was talking
I
about
don't even get me started on that, man.
when he was talking about how he's either going to be out for 3 months or if he comes back and hurts himself and end his career. I'm like,
I mean, if
dude.
he tries to take someone out,
I'm like, dude. If that's where you're at, it's either 3 months of recovering, missing a third season in a row, or your career. Just stop. You have 8 world championships. You have nothing else to prove.
bro, you're like 50 years old. Get
Yep.
out of here.
But hi,
Oh no,
Echo.
I'm
Hello,
doggy.
sweetums. Look, Echo. You want to say hi? Come here. Look. Hi.
Haha.
Hi, Echo. You want to say hi to the people? Yeah, good girl. Okay. Bet. Thank you. That was my lovely roommate offering me food. But
The dog was in the food.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just
No,
make sure. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm part Asian.
Whoa!
No, I'm just kidding.
That was racist. That was racist. That was racist.
No, yeah. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
Only I'm allowed to be racist because I'm slightly racist. All right, not you. Y'all was full racist. All right. You can't be the knowledgeable one and the racist one. That just doesn't make sense.
Okay, I do apologize. I take it all back.
Yeah.
Although I want some General Tso chicken.
Whoa.
But anyways, what was I saying?
Whoa.
Mark
I don't
Marquez
know.
needs to
I was
retire.
playing Pokemon Go. I'll be honest.
This is why you need a camera so I can see what you're doing. So I can.
Bro, I can't help it, bro. I was catching a Swablu, bro. It was 3-star.
3-star Swablu? That's alright.
Yeah,
That's alright.
exactly.
Unlike
Thank you.
Marquez, who needs to retire. But the question is, who is going to replace good old Mark Marquez and Repsol? Uh, Alex Rins. We could
I
put
guess.
Alex Rins and Joan Mir back on the same team with factory Repsol would actually be a really good thing. I think for
Hear me
Repsol
out.
and Honda because they are struggling. And the guy you
Hear
bring
me out.
up, oof.
Hear me out.
Hmm.
Just move Aaron Canet up to MotoGP.
Yeah, you could move Aaron Canet up, or
There's no other option. That's it. That's your
yeah, I
championship.
just, I really, yeah, I don't see a Honda
He's not. He's
replacement.
not.
I mean, Acosta, Arbolino, and Ayagura are
I
definitely.
say, what about Ayagura? Ayagura should definitely
Yeah,
need to
no,
get
I'm
put up
saying
at some
Ayagura
point.
is going to replace Taka Nakagami. You know, because Taka
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Taka's been skidding more miles than he's been riding. He finished though. He finished in Jerez.
That made me happy to see Ayagura get brought up.
Yeah, Ayagura looked.
He's
He looked good. I was
yeah.
so I was watch as I was watching. I was seeing Ayagura and Tony Arbolino fight. I was like, okay, this is kind of a double-edged sword watching this because if Ayagura beats Tony Arbolino here, he's going to start to have a lot of confidence, and if he beats Tony straight up, then Acosta will now be the championship leader. So I was like, either Acosta's the championship leader and Agura is now confident going into the rest of the season, or Arbolino has a chance to maintain the lead or keep it tied. Keep it tied and then boost his confidence because he's realizing, Ayagura's kind of back and I'm beating him. So it's like, who do you want more confident, Tony Arbolino or Ayagura? And I, low key,
Ayagura.
I'm more scared. As as an Acosta fan, I am more scared of Ayagura getting confident because not because I don't know if it's too late for a championship run for him, but because Ayagura he would be a big spoiler. He'd win races or or split in between, like say
I say, bro,
Acosta,
if he gets that confidence back up,
say
he's gonna be
Acosta's
up
first.
there.
Yeah, say Acosta's first. Ayagura will for sure get second a few races and maybe bump Arbolino back, and then there's Alonso Lopez who will be another spoiler. So I mean, Ayagura and Alonso Lopez are going to play huge spoilers, and I mean, as we saw in Jerez, Sam Lowe still fucking got it. He can still be a spoiler. That man won by.
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Yeah, like, bro, what?
So Sam Lowe is a British rider who's been in Moto 2. Well, I feel like longer than I've been alive. But
Oh, he's one of them guys. Or...
yeah, he's been around for a while. Um, he's had his time, and I will say I think he missed his he definitely missed his opportunity to go into MotoGP. It was a good long while ago, but I think he would be in MotoGP today if he was given that opportunity at the right time, potentially. But he stayed thus he stayed in Moto 2 to watch
Dusty stayed.
people move on. But Sam Lowe's is definitely, one of those guys that the British part of me is like, yeah, yeah, Sam, love seeing him do good. But then the other part of me is like, but like Acosta could have won, which I was. A lot of the announcers were kind of talking about how Sam Lowe just absolutely dusted Acosta. They're like, that was brutal. They just Sam absolutely whooped Acosta and showed him, is this Sam Lowe's back? And you know how commentators blow out everything in the heat of the moment. I would do the same thing. They're better at they're better at the job than I could ever be for good reason, and they have that job for a reason.
Bro, I'll
But
be an insane fuck. I'll be insane at
you'd
that
be
job,
awful.
bro. As long as Pecco's winning, bro, I'm gonna be going crazy.
Yeah,
They have
you
to
would just
bring
be
me
going.
in just for when Pecco's
You'd
winning.
be sitting there, Pekka,
Yeah,
Pekka,
that'd be the entire commentary.
just
That'd be the,
Pekka. Oh, look at Pecco do that! Look at him turn! Look at it!
the camera goes off of him for like half a
It's
second.
like
I'll
bring
lose
him
my
back,
shit.
bring him back.
Bring back Pecco. Blah, blah,
It's like he's in first by like 5 seconds. There's no one around him. I want to watch.
blah.
No, but no. So they were sitting there like, you know, hyping it up and everything. And I was sitting there. I had this conversation with my dad as I normally do after the races. I kind of debrief with him about everything, and he brought up the question. He was like, "Was this Acosta getting just outright beat, or like showing true colors of human of him being human, or was that just the mind of a champion?" And I was like, it's definitely Acosta just with just having that championship mentality. I mean, you think about it. He's sitting behind Lowe's for the first few laps. He's falling somewhat behind, but he's like, I can maintain this pace. Let's see how long you can maintain it, Sam. Whatever. We'll see what happens, midway to end of the race. And then he sees Sam is still kind of getting out of there, and he's like, you know what? You go ahead, Sam. You haven't been as dominant as you used to be. Yeah, you might be coming back now, but you're so far in the points now that my biggest concern right now is to beat Tony Arbolino, and I see he's 2 positions behind me. All I have to do, all I have to do is beat Tony. If that's where he's at. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking risk 5 extra points to beat Sam Lowe's just because I'm in Jerez. No, it's kid's got a good head on his shoulders. The kid's smart.
Or,
It's
or,
or
or
what?
he just got beat.
No, because
Basically.
I have evidence on why he did not just get beat. Because
Wait. Hold on. Did he win?
yeah, technically he
Did
beat
he win the race?
he beat Tony Arbolino, and
Did he?
now he is
Did he
now
win the
he
race?
is the championship leader. So
Patrick. Did he win the race?
second, yeah, that's
He got second.
okay.
So he didn't win. He lost. He got beat. The guy beat him.
You're such an ignorant.
I already forgot his
child.
name. But he beat him.
You're an ignorant child, and I want to strangle you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's kinky. That's real kinky. No, but no, because once he came into Parc Ferme, where they like celebrate, you go, yeah, we got on the podium. If Acosta just got outright beat by Sam Lowe's, he would have came into Park. Because this is Jerez. This is Acosta's this is his track. This is home track. That's why everyone was so shocked that Sam Lowe's took off and whooped them. But no, he came in super happy. He's like, yeah, like in his interview, he was like, Sam just came out like a bat out of hell. He had a super fast fucking pace. He was like, yeah, he was gone. So I was just like, yeah, I'm cool. So he saw that Sam's having his day. A blind squirrel gets an acorn every once in a while. He was like, this is Sam's day. Let him have it. I'm completely happy with the second place because he knows what it means for the championship. And now it's a tie for first in the championship. And Acosta, I mean, if the championship were to end right now, Acosta would be the champion. Obviously, there's
So many.
there's 17 more rounds. So
Oh my god.
there's plenty of time for anything to happen.
That's so long. That's so many.
It's great.
So many.
So there's plenty of time for anything to happen. But I mean, if you think smart from the beginning, then you won't have to make any risky plays later on in the season. If you know, the guy who gets second every single race will always beat the guy who gets firsts and thirds. Remember that.
Or you just win or wreck. Like Pecco. I like his mentality way better.
Yeah, but Pecco's able to get away with it because he has the sprint races, which I think is
Yeah.
bohonky. If it wasn't for those,
It's awesome.
if
It's
it
awesome.
wasn't for the sprint races, he would be. Oh, how many points down would he be?
He'd still be up there, but he would definitely not be up there.
He'd
He'd
be
be.
no. He would only have 50 points.
Oh shit.
Because
Well, yeah, but you also got to take. You can't just say he would have 50 and look at everybody else's other points because other people have points.
I mean, yeah, there's other calculations and all that.
A lot of calculations
But like,
into it.
but if it wasn't for the, yeah, I guess there really isn't any way to tell.
No, we'd have to do some deep diving.
We'd have to. I'd have to get out a pen and paper and sit here and like write out everyone's scores from just the races alone. Ooh,
well, just from the sprint races, you have to write everybody's, and it's more like subtract
all the sprint races and just take it away. Hey, that's smarter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not doing that. I'd much rather talk about Moto 3 for a little bit. But
all right, yeah, you talk about that. I'm gonna go. I don't know, take a shit. I don't know. What? Anything's better than talking about the tennis stuff.
Bro, you're gonna just sit there and fiddle with Pokemon Go anyways. Don't you want to hear about how Filippo
Well,
Ferrioli did?
I got a wireless headset. You can hear me speak.
I do not know. Absolutely not. You will mute yourself, young man. How do I turn you down?
I don't even know if you can hear it. I don't even know if you can hear it.
I turned you down.
You hear that?
No, no, I don't.
Damn it. I'm peeing like right into the water too, so it can be as loud as possible.
I literally turned you down to like 60%. Okay.
Oh.
All right, I'm just gonna leave him quiet while I talk about Moto 3 for a bit. So, Filippo
God.
Farioli, obviously Caleb's boy, because he liked the
Filippo!
yeah, he liked the name. Okay, Caleb's done. I heard the I heard the toilet.
Yeah,
You can turn you back up so people can hear you now. No, but Filippo got 14th. He got in the points, so
that's better than
he's
nothing.
making progress. He's making progress, and I mean, he's a rookie, dude. The first thing as a rookie that your one and only goal as a rookie is to make progress. I mean, obviously, you're gonna get the random phenomenons like the Costas. Yeah, really, just Acosta was the only
Yeah,
one to
that
do.
was kind of insane.
Well, Valentino Rossi did back when he was 16. He won a championship his rookie year. Loris
Mm.
Capirossi did. I mean, very very rarely, but it has happened that people come in, first season as a rookie, becoming just being that guy. But I mean, you look at guys like Dennis Anju who are destined to go to Moto 2 at the very least, and who are very good riders. He's getting, he got ninth. You know, I mean,
Mm.
Anju's one of those guys that has just progressively gotten better, and he has shown signs of improvement,
Personally.
and that he can be that guy to do well and kind of win races. But I think his problem now is he's getting a little too big for the bike. I think he might be like the tallest and heaviest guy in the class. I think that's what they were saying, which in Moto 3 really hurts you. I mean, watching the race, you could see that, like, Ivan Ortola, who won this, back-to-back races. He won this weekend. Uh, you could see that he just had so much more drive because he weighed so much less, so he wasn't weighing the bike down as much. I mean, I'm not saying Dennis Anju's a big dude. I mean, standing next to me, he looks like a child. But like,
Here we go.
that's just how those Moto 3 bikes are. They're just so small, and I still think they need to increase those engines to I can't remember what CCs, but they just make them like a little bit bigger, but not super big, just so like the whole slipstream thing is kind of eliminated. They've they've done it less now since Acosta won, just because of how dangerous it was, and I'm pretty sure it's like a more strict penalty if you race kind of how they did 2 years ago. Um, but like they've kind of eliminated it, and the FIM stewards did a good job of kind of. That's one thing I will say they did do good on. They did not do good on the MotoGP race, penalizing Fabio for a racing incident. Yes, Miguel got hurt, and that's really tragic, and you hate to see that. But I also think it was very cruel to give Fabio uh, a penalty, a long lap penalty for that racing incident. I mean,
I think it's well deserved.
I feel like if Miguel didn't like break his arm in just kind of a freak way, he wouldn't have gotten penalized. Like if Miguel was able to come back, he wouldn't have gotten penalized. It's just because he did get hurt. But another thing that was so cruel is just the rules of the long lap penalty are so strict. I mean, Fabio was on the out, like literally exiting the long lap penalty, and he went further to the outside, which was actually more of a disadvantage coming onto the track. And because he hit a little bit of green in that area, that he had to get another long lap penalty. which is just so cruel. I mean, this it's a that's why I love the sport because I mean, 2 years ago Fabio was on top of the world, fighting for championships. The next year he won a championship. Or 3 years ago fighting, 2 years ago won it. Last year, fighting
Got
again.
clapped. Got fucking clapped last
He was
year.
he was
No,
on
he was
he
not
was
fighting.
he was
He
on
was
the
winning
he was on
by
the
a
top of the
lot.
world. He was in cloud nine, and then since Aragon, since Marquez took him out, he's just been getting beaten up, dude. I mean, he's so frustrated on that bike. I mean, you see him in the pits, he looks pissed. But I'm talking about Moto 3. So I just want to. That's over. You know, I personally think Fabio might be sitting on something. I think Yamaha might be uh, working on something in like behind closed doors that we don't really know quite about. Developing something. Hopefully, I mean, there's a reason why Fabio is still around and not looking to be shopped out to another manufacturer and signing
I don't
contracts and
understand
stuff.
why he's still there. He's got to do something. This makes no sense. Why
'Cause
they're so
it's
bad.
not for the money. If it was just for the money, each race he'd be sitting there going, oh well that sucked. But he has so much passion and fire because he wants to win a championship. So he definitely there's something keeping him there, and there's something that he knows he can stick with and be competitive. But I don't we don't know what yet until it gets released. But um, talking on Moto 3 again, uh, David Alonso, the Gas rookie, got his first podium this weekend, which was really nice. Uh,
Woo!
he's been doing better and better each race, and he's one step away from that top step. I don't know if he'll get it next weekend in France, but he'll definitely get it sometime this season. I don't know how quickly it'll be. I could be very wrong. I've been pretty sure I've been completely wrong on every single prediction so far.
Yeah.
Because Moto
Pretty
2,
much.
like last week, I said Moto 2 was gonna be Acosta. Or no, I said it was gonna be Canet. I said Canet was gonna win fucking Jerez, and Acosta was gonna get second, and then um,
I don't think he said he was gonna win. I think we said he was gonna get podium.
oh Canet, dude, it was like two weeks ago, maybe even three.
I
But
don't know.
no, but I definitely said Canet would be up there. I had Sam Lowe's in like 30th, I guess. he, he topped.
This
So
motherfucker came out of nowhere.
so if my indication of predictions means anything to anyone, maybe don't think about it, because that's just the pure cream of the what's that analogy?
I think it's
Cream of the crop. Cream of the
something,
crop.
something
The cream of the
like
crop, or the slice of heaven about MotoGP racing is you never ever know what's gonna happen the next week. I mean,
except for the fact that Pecco will either win or wreck. That's
take this
like a ninety
race.
percent chance.
Take this race for example. In
Yeah.
this race, it was Rossi versus Nicky Hayden. Rossi had, I think a 12-point lead going into this race. Like he needed to finish, I think it was like seventh. Rossi, all he had to do was finish seventh, and Hayden could win, and Rossi would have been world champion. But Rossi crashed out, and Nicky Hayden stayed on the bike, reeled in. I think it was a third or fourth or something along those lines. But he got he got what he needed and won the championship. You never know. This is the last race of the season. That was such a good year. I mean, you just never know what's gonna happen in MotoGP. I mean,
I do.
in France, Pecco could take off in the sprint race and actual race and win by 20 seconds each time, and then Bez can get second or whatever. But then at the same time, Danny Pedrosa could come in and win a sprint race, or Brad Binder, the Sunday man himself could win the race. I mean, you just never know. So I guess let's just go into our predictions of everything because why not? I mean, can't hurt anything.
You already know. You already know what I'm gonna say. You
Okay.
already know. You already know.
Uh, Let me guess. First place. Your favorite. Uh,
Fuck.
Discord cut you
I did, bro. They said I was
out.
too
I just
loud.
heard pet.
Bro, Discord thought I was too loud. God damn it.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go first because you already know you're number one, Pecco.
Pecco, number 2, don't care. Number 3, don't care.
So number one for me in
Oh, forgot to
France.
mention. I forgot to say. Fabio, like 10th. Okay. There you
In France, I'm gonna go Johan Zarco,
go.
getting the
Ooh, big
dub.
Zarko man.
Big hometown win for the Zarkster.
The
The
Zarkinator.
Zarkinator getting.
Zarky boy.
Oh, I have the.
Who we get? All right,
Okay,
stop getting
whatever.
distracted, bitch.
Sorry,
Who we get in
sorry.
a second?
So Zarco second. I'm gonna go with Brad Binder, and
If you don't say Pecco third, bro,
third
you're on crack,
I'm gonna go with Jay Millie
bro.
because
Yeah, is Pecco wrecking? Is that what you got going on?
I got
Yeah, yeah.
Pecco. I got Pecco crashing in one, two, three, over over the hill into turn four. That's where I got.
Wow.
That's exactly where I got him crashing. Cause
If he
if he,
crashes in that exact spot, bro, I'm gonna fucking
bro,
come to your house and slap the shit out of you.
I'm telling you, if he doesn't have feeling in that front, that is exactly where it's gonna, and he's gonna be done for.
Don't put that out into the world, though. Don't
Now,
put that
if
into the
he
universe.
doesn't crash, Pekka one, Zarko two, and BB third.
I like the Jay Millie prediction. I love Jay Millie. Anytime that
I
man's
like
in the podium, I'm happy.
good old J Millie baby. Okay, so Moto two in France. I think this is Acosta's redemption year. I think
Yeah, Costa's
I
definitely
think
gonna be up
Acosta's
there.
gonna win France because last year he had the lead on Augusto Fernandez, but he crashed out because he was still inexperienced figuring out the bike. It was the first time he was in the lead in Moto 2. It happens, it happens. He's matured since then, and he's quick there. He was quick there his rookie year. He's only gotten faster. I think this time Acosta takes the cake. So Acosta number one. Number two, I'm gonna go with Philip Salach. I think Salach is gonna finally kind of figure everything out and be competitive. And then third place, I have Alonso Lopez, just because I think Alonso Lopez is real fast. But I actually no. I'm gonna flip Alonso and Philip Salach. I think it's gonna go Acosta, Lopez, Salach, and then I think Tony will get fourth again, and then fifth will be Somcat, and then sixth will be Canet.
Bro, Canet better start getting his shit together.
I don't know.
He's been being weird, bro.
I
He's
mean,
not really been like
he
making a
hasn't been out.
statement, bro.
I mean, he hasn't been out of it. He's never been out of it,
But
but he
he's not
hasn't.
been in it,
Yeah, he hasn't been
Like
in it
he's
either.
just kind of been there.
Yeah, it's a little
Like he hasn't been
weird.
making any like
I
I don't
mean,
know
what was it? Second, fourth, fifth. I want to say. Where was he?
something along those
Where
lines.
was
I
he in
can't remember.
America? Because I know he got second. Where did he end up in America?
He didn't do that good in America. I didn't think. I thought he got like eighth or some shit.
Um. Well, I have it right here, so why don't I look real quick? He got
Yeah, I
no.
thought he did bad.
Yeah, that's right. He did get eighth. You're right.
Yeah, see, look at me, bro.
Well, you
I
know.
know my boy. I know my boy.
Yeah, and then he got fifth in Haref.
Yeah, like he hasn't been doing horrible. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad in any regard. I mean
Oh no, I just
I
want him to
still
do
think
better.
I still think he's
I
one of
want
those
more.
guys who could be MotoGP ready and could get moved up.
Yeah, I just want to see
I'm
more
not
from
seeing
him,
it.
man. I
I'm
like
not
that guy.
yeah,
I
I'm
like
not
that guy.
he definitely needs to break the no win curse. I think as soon as he gets a win, he's not going to stop winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think he just needs to get there, but I don't think
but god damn it, how long is that gonna take?
I think I think it'll be like end of the season and it'll be like with like 4 races left and then he'll win out. You know what I'm saying?
I hope, man.
But I'll probably change my mind and say Acosta's going to win by then. But regardless, so I got Acosta, Lopez, Salach, my top 3. You?
Hmm. Sure.
Cool. Moto 3 is a fucking crapshoot on who's going to win. if
Bro, I don't know anyone's name in Moto 3 except for what's my guy's name? Philip,
Filippo Farioli.
Filippo.
Yeah, no,
That's my boy. Top 10 this time. Top 10. We need it.
yeah. I I think the best thing you can say in Moto 3 is who you think is going to get top 5 maybe. Because it's so fun to watch. It's one of my favorite. That's why I always start off. I go Moto 3, Moto 2, Moto GP when I'm watching. The bikes get faster every time. Get more experienced riders, but the Moto 3 starting off the day is just so much fun because of how just hectic and crazy it is all the time. It's if you look at the splits of Jerez, the top 7 riders were within 7 milliseconds of each other.
Ooh.
It's a lot of people the whole race in one little. But I'm going to take a bold prediction and say Juame Massi is going to get a win. Second will be Ayume Sasaki. And third will be Ivan Ortola. And I'm quickly becoming an Ivan Ortola fan because that boy. You should be an Ivan Ortola fan. That man has 50 points on the season because the other 2 races he was he didn't he was he's either first or last.
Oh, my man.
He's a first or last kind of guy. I think
All right. I might need a bandwagon over there then.
bandwagon
You
over to
know,
Ivan
that's,
Ortola.
that's my type. That's my type. I got a type, and that's him.
Oh, also, just because I like making you angry, Jake Dixon got 6th in Jerez and didn't crash out.
Hey, man. He didn't get top 5. All right. So
I mean, that's fair, but all right. Well,
my boys are ahead. That's all that matters.
if we don't make one next week, because we got
Well, there's that race.
next week's finals week, and there's no race.
So,
I
yeah.
guess that kind of works out. But
Yeah.
that's gonna be it for this one. As you can see behind me, Nikki Hayden's winning the championship. We're ending the podcast here. Hopefully you enjoy my beautiful face, my lovely
Did you hear my
T-shirt.
burp?
That was a burp. That sounded like a grumble from like a dragon or something. I don't know why I went
Thank
dragon,
you.
but namaste. I'm on camera.
You
This
could,
is weird.
you couldn't see me, but